A newfound alien world about the size of Earth and sits on the inner edge of its habitable zone appears to be studded with active volcanoes. These emissions could sustain an atmosphere. The planet, about 90 light-years from Earth, orbits a red dwarf star, and the gravitational tug from a more massive planet may result in internal heating and volcanic eruptions, as much as Jupiter's moon Io, the most geologically active body in our solar system. It's tidally locked, which means the same side constantly faces its star, like our moon. It does not rotate. The study says the day side would likely be too hot for liquid water to exist on the surface, but the amount of volcano activity that is suspected to occur all over the planet could sustain an atmosphere, which could allow water to condense on the night side, and it might be cool enough to form glaciers. In between the extremes, there is a middle ground with temperatures similar to Earth. Also notably, this is the first planet ever discovered with a strong indication of active volcanoes. The planet has been immediately compared to Mustafar from Star Wars, the infamous planet where Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker fought, and essentially birthed Darth Vader. It later was home to Darth Vader's castle, built above a Sith cave. This is the second planet that's recently been compared to Mustafar. The other is K2-141b, a planet so hot that oceans are made of lava and it rains rocks. This one is definitely not livable. It's another planet that does not rotate, and the side facing the sun reaches a scorching 5,500 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. The cold side that never sees the sun gets down to 328 degrees below zero. It's also hot enough to not only melt rock, but also vaporize it. That means on the day side the atmosphere isn't made of air but of vaporized rocks. Those tiny particles blast their way in multi-hundred-mile-per-hour winds to the night side, where they cool and condense, falling as a never-ending hailstorm of pebbles. At least Mustafar was breathable. While the first planet we talked about is potentially habitable, it doesn't necessarily make it a great candidate to host life, as it may be roiled too much by volcanism. Still, the newfound world is an inviting target for astrobiologists and researchers interested in the formation and evolution of exoplanet atmospheres. NASA says, a big question in astrobiology, the field that broadly studies the origins of life on Earth and beyond, is if tectonic or volcanic activity is necessary for life. In addition to potentially providing an atmosphere, these processes could churn up materials that would otherwise sink down and get trapped in the crust, including those we think are important for life, like carbon follow-up work in the system, will likely be coming soon, as the planet has already been approved as a target for future James Webb Space Telescope observations.